It seems as though, for some reason I have yet to determine, playing this game, recording it specifically, seems to render or output at an exceptionally high output. In that 1 hour of this is, or 1 hour of recording Borderlands or Halo or whatever is roughly 10 gigabytes. 1 hour of this is 43.
A year elapsed as the resistance
No idea.
lay poised in silence. Now marked the long-awaited rise to action.
Yeah, let's
An
fight that
engineering
antagonist
team
we
was
never
sent to the
see.
city to
Or
sabotage
even
Father's
hear, if I
surveillance
remember
system,
correctly. I don't think
the
he has a single
universal
line.
symbol of his power.
Maybe. There might be one, but I don't remember if that's him or the other guy.
The future of the Resistance hinged entirely on the success of this operation. The engineering team, having accomplished their objective, started to make their escape. The city had undergone a complete transformation over the past year. Now,
Is this
it
the one
existed
that's in
only
Media
to
Res,
serve
or is it the other
Father.
one? It's been too long
The
since I
final
played this.
battle was close
It's been a
at
lot
hand.
longer since I played fucking Verdict
We just
Day,
heard from
though.
the engineering team.
Maybe. No, I played it
Executive
again
sector
about
is
3
meeting
years
today
ago.
with City Police.
Because I was doing it with a person. And those fucking
Leon,
textures.
how long do you plan to keep covering for that kid?
We're not paying you for advice, Rosary. You'll do
Who are
well
you
to
calling a
keep quiet.
kid?
Alright. It's just getting on my nerves.
Or is she
that's
talking
all.
about Fran?
Anybody can tell she's not leader material.
Yeah, okay.
That's enough. Get in there and wipe out all hostiles.
Don't get your panties in a tangle. Jeez.
Welcome to good old
What are we seeing
Australia.
out there, Rosary?
Lots. Some snipers. And some fast-moving recon types, too. Better take
Okay.
off the kitty gloves if you want to engage them. These guys are bad news.
Alright, so controls are good now.
Okay, rookie, you heard her. Time to show
I've
your
got my
stuff.
jump on the left
Neutralize
bumper.
all enemies.
X is
Watch
the
yourself.
fucking on-off button for boost. Quick dodge on the trigger. And then my overboost on triangle like
You
it's
okay with
supposed to
him
be.
talking to you like that?
Nah, I don't care. He's always been like that.
Good old RD. The only character in this entire game to have any AMS compatibility, apparently. But Kojima Tech doesn't really exist in this game anyway. There's only like 2 things that use it. It's the, it's not even called Kojima Energy anymore. It's called Critical Energy. But it's the same thing. For plot reasons, there's no Kojima Tech. I mean, some enemies use it. There we go. There we go. That works. This is the chain gun I scavenged off, or Gatling gun I scavenged off of the. Wait, is he on that side? There's way too much fucking motion blur in this game. I do like the Blade Runner-esque floating propaganda satellites. That's kind of fun. And the locations are smaller, but you get more variety in how you want to move through them, instead of it just being kind of like a wide open flat. Like, Armored Core 4 Answer and 4 suffer from the same problem that Dark Souls 3 does, in that there's a lot of versatility in gameplay, but the levels are kind of just big flat open nothing. And that sucks. These levels are a lot more detailed, though they also make the game run like shit. Though that might just be the PS3's problem. It's not exactly the most powerful console, especially the version I have. taking those out. You can definitely see where Daemon X Machina got a lot of their design inspiration from. I actually really like Daemon X Machina, but ironically enough, it suffers from the exact same problem a lot of the other FromSoft games suffer from. But you can't really have fucking comprehensive level design in a game with mechs a lot of the time because of the fact that they're big. It doesn't really make any sense for there to be levels designed with the robots in mind. That's part of the reason why the older Armored Core games have really made much sense in terms of location. Like all these underground bases that are built specifically to have fucking robots walk through them. You'd think the biggest deterrent to having like Armored Core's shit attack you would be just not building a place where they can attack you, you know? Ah, there you go.
System. See damage.
Ow, fuck.
Take evasive action.
Man, fuck you.
System. Combat mode.
You know, and you can make your mech fairly versatile in this game. You just have to build it a certain way. Where was that fucking repair site?
You called?
I wish there was just a hot button that would auto repair and refill without you having to actually like go to the garage. Because the cutscene's cool, and I appreciate getting the chance to refit, but I'm not actually interested in changing any of my gear right now. I just want to, you know, refit my, or reef the supply, essentially.
Activating combat mode.
It's like a pit stop in NASCAR, except good and, you know, interesting.
System. Scan mode. System. Combat mode.
Alright. Forgot it switches back to your primary. This is a really cool game, though. I'm always terrified of fucking meleeing these things, because their melee attack is really, really strong. And it makes me feel like I'm gonna get hit by it every time I get close to them. Especially since you can't really dodge out of attacks as easily in this game. Or you can't dodge out of sword swings. Ah, it's a trap. Noted.
Energy at 30%. System. Scan mode. System. Combat mode.
Ah, bastard. They're surprisingly agile for, like, total piece of shit.
Oh man, Rosie, we gotta get out of here.
Keep your voice down, RD. You're sitting right next to me, for God's sake.
We need to pull.
Yeah, I always forget that he's in the helicopter.
I've rarely ever seen you this uppity. Which means we're about to hit the jackpot.
Can you smile on a threat like this?
I do also appreciate that enemies have two different
Captain, coupling step
two different like
complete. We'll be able
awareness
to commence
states.
our
In terms-
attack soon.
Look, it's that train from Armored Core 4, but now it's big because
Don't
you're
get too
smaller.
comfortable, you terrorist bastards. Those ACs of
It's
yours are about
slightly
to get blown
less
to
wide, I think,
smithereens.
though. I do appreciate the fact that it takes up like 4 fucking
What
railways.
the heck?
us some data on the enemy, Rosary.
Data, right.
Isn't that?
The basic chassis seems to be the same as the one we saw before. But this one's got
Come on,
about 10
jump,
cars.
jump, damn it.
Main weapon appears to be a long-range mortar. Keep an eye out for missiles and mid-range cannon fire, too.
But how do we beat it?
You're not seriously thinking about taking it on with an AC, are you? Don't be an idiot. You'll get massacred.
Do what I want.
No, I don't have a choice. The engineering team needs us.
You're really serious, huh? Interesting.
Remember correctly, the best way to kill this thing is to fucking perch up somewhere and hit it with a goddamn
Or shoot from outside their attack range. Prepare to eat lead if you're not careful, though.
auto cannon or
Your
whatever.
objective is as
Blow the
follows.
fuck out of it. Also, the enemies respawn, annoyingly
It's
enough.
down to the line. We're counting on your support, Rosary.
What's interesting is those fucking,
Safe? Of course it will be safe. I don't like this idea.
that thing for, like, getting enemy kills is not kill everything in the level, it's kill, X number of an enemy type. There's also way too many of these fucking, snipers. I will say, proper observation of enemy is somewhat difficult in this game because everything kind of blends together. I do appreciate the more detail in the levels. That was always something I was kind of annoyed at with previous Armored Core games, is that a lot of the levels are like very boilerplate. Alright, there should be a building that I can climb on top of. Shit. You motherfucker. No, don't auto sight. I need to turn that off. It's useful for sniping, but when enemies like that fly in front of you, it's the same problem the others. Is there a time limit on this mission? I don't think so. Usually they tell you.
System. Scan mode.
Yeah, I can just Yeah, they also made it so as to discourage the thing that. Oh, that's the thing with the. To discourage a behavior that was very common in the previous games of, hey, here's a big enemy type, I'm just gonna stand in front of it and hit it with my sword because there's no actual thing it can do to prevent me from doing that. And that would work pretty much every time, especially with the pile bunker. In this game, if you do that, you die pretty much instantly, because every single thing has a physics object attached to it, and they all impart, like, super high damage. Which, you know, makes sense, but still annoying. Yeah, this is the building. And if I remember correctly, the train does not actually, it will not wait for, or run around the loop and let you camp to try and take pots at it over time. You do actually have to fucking, chase after it. How did I not kill him? Because it will, like, wait in the buildings. And then, keep moving when you get close to it. Which is annoying, but I understand why it does that. You can't fly around quite the same way you could in the previous games. But you do have this kick-ass wall jump. I just want to make sure I got all the snipers. I'm not going to be getting any of the speed fucking... I see one. I'm not going to be getting any of the speed achievements. Wow, they're fucking high up there, huh? That works. Where's the train? Over there. Oh, I'm gonna go deal with that sniper. There we go. those things, on the other hand. Jesus Christ, this is just eating my fucking,
You are
memory.
leaving the mission area. Turn back immediately. System scan mode.
Wish there wasn't as, like, severe of a height limit. We got all these cool-ass buildings. And it doesn't want you to fucking, Yeah, it doesn't want you to, run at it. It's annoying. Can you break these? Oh, yeah, you can. Weird. Well, that's cool from a scenery perspective. If I remember correctly, if you take out these middle compartments, the train will either separate from them or it'll stop moving. I don't remember which one is true. I don't want to fucking hit it with my sword, but that's a stupid idea, and I don't want to replay the second. I'll just cut back to when I have the first thing down. Or not. Bastard. I do appreciate the game emphasizes environmental awareness over just flying around like an asshole. Yeah, shit.
System combat mode.
There we go.
We can't take much more of this, Captain.
Okay. Those terrorist bastards. We don't have a choice.
That took much longer than I was expecting it to. Usually it's much faster, but I guess it's because my mech isn't very strong yet.
Incompetent fools. You think there'll be a next time for brainless idiots like you?
I understand that you don't want to give them a second chance because they failed, but isn't that expensive to just blow it up like that?
I presume you took care of that matter we discussed, Carol, my sweet?
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah, if
I
I
have it
remember
loaded onto a
correctly.
freight car. It shouldn't be long now.
Oh, I can hardly wait. You think that AC will survive?
It even kind
till
of looks
then?
like the Omer symbol a little bit.
Judging by its performance thus far, I'd say there's a very good chance.
It's unusual for you to pay someone a compliment, Carol.
I'm just telling the truth, sir.
Indeed. He's an interesting one, to be sure. Even if he may end up dying today.
It's me. Glad you're safe. We'll be done once the engineering team pulls out.
I don't know how that guy keeps managing to survive, much less win.
Thanks to you, Rosary, we managed to avoid losing our star pilot. I'm grateful.
I'm the star,
Just doing
I'm
my
the
job.
winner.
Speaking of doing one's job,
Rosary, I believe I told you to keep your mouth in check. This mission isn't over yet.
Fine, as you wish.
It's not
Your
over
Majesty.
yet.
Here's
Yeah,
your
see,
next
here's like a
objective.
normal car.
You're
These
to
things
follow
aren't
the
very
tracks and
big.
evacuate
It's like
via
what?
the
That's
bridge.
one story.
The engineering team will take a different route. We need to attract the enemy's attention, so no deviating from the course.
System scan mode. System scan mode.
Testing, testing. Can anyone hear me? Viva la resistance!
Who the hell is this?
He's definitely more
How
of
did
an
you get on this
actual
jet?
character than most of the
Oh,
Armored
good,
Core
you can hear
antagonists
me.
are.
I just wanted to say hi.
Ah, shit.
Answer my question. Who are you?
Well, maybe if you guys stopped broadcasting on an open channel all the time.
I've got a little present for that AC of yours.
What are you talking about?
I overshot the cutscene trigger.
Is it time?
Yes, sir.
This is the first
I
of
just
the,
picked up the activation signal.
Annoying ass fucking irregular enemy type. I forgot what they're called, but they're a type of
Well, good luck then.
cell thing. They shoot
hope you
chemical
like your
energy plasma and
present.
shit. They're clearly powered by code.
Goodbye.
They're like flying spinal cords.
What on earth is that? AC at 12 o'clock.
Run! Get out of there! We don't have time to deal with it. Just run!
Wait, that's not a Zodiac, is it? Oh shit.
Energy at 30%. Energy at 30.
There we go.
Is that?
The corporation. This has their name written all over it. They even managed to tap into our communications. Do you understand what that means? They could have stopped
It
us
means
in
you
our
have
tracks
shitty
at any time.
cybersecurity?
No.
Return to base. We'll have to rethink our strategy.
Great. What did we even come here to accomplish? Because I fought a train, and that doesn't feel like the intended goal. Yeah, B ain't so bad. Oh, I didn't get all the fucking... Oh well. I'll figure out how to get the Zodiac ACs later. Oh yeah, I remember this place. It friggin' sucks. It is also 100% the inspiration for the fucking enemy faction in Daemon X Machina. With the glowing red and the black, shading. Absolutely is like the fucking AI prototype fucking idea source
To be the
thing.
Resistance's final battle.
Shut up.
The time to overthrow Father and free the oppressed of the city underground.
You keep saying that, like, every single time,
Having witnessed the
and then you get your fucking ass kicked.
corporation firsthand. The Resistance headed outside the city in search of more powerful armaments.
It's like, we'll fucking get you. It's like, oh yeah, well then do it. It's like, well, maybe we will.
Was a bitter reward for humanity's
like,
long struggle toward
Have they even gotten to the front door?
to most in the city. The outside was known simply as
Ah,
the
good old
contaminated
Kojima
area.
contamination. The world's been a radioactive hellbell for what? A couple hundred years by this point?
There are 3 target
It's not even the
facilities.
first time that's happened.
Just follow the route and you should come up on the first one. What's inside?
There are only 2 Armored Core games that give you, like,
Never been in there.
complete, like,
What do you mean?
100% confirmation on how long it's been between games, and that's Armored Core 2 and fucking, between Armored Core 1 and Armored Core 2 and goddamn 5 and Verdict Day. It's 100 years between 5 and Verdict Day, and it's like, I think it's like 50 years between 1 and 2, though I don't remember.
Butt out.
Ouch! Hey, no need to kick me.
Wait, they're piloting the helicopter. Shouldn't they be like 5 feet apart and one of them would be behind the other? I think lead pilot position is actually the top one, not the second one, though I don't remember.
Main system activating combat mode.
I guess it could have side-by-side seating, but it has 2 fucking canopies. Why would it have 2 if it was... whatever.
So,
Oh yeah, those annoying-ass mines.
AC charge in there, guns blazing? You know more about the contaminated areas than I do.
I never really understood above-ground mines. Especially those, like, really big ones. I know they're anti-tank mines, and it's more the idea that you see them and you don't go that way because you can see the mines rather than, like, anyone actually running into them by mistake. But still. I think these ones are proximity based too. I know you can shoot them. I know there's also salvage here somewhere. I just don't remember where.
Rosie, something's here. I'm pretty sure it's them.
Yeah, those fucking things. What are those called? Because there's one that's like Ammonon or whatever. Or Menon. Uthika.
Combat mode.
Alright.
System scan mode.
Wait, where's the other one? Oh, okay.
System scan mode. System combat mode.
You know, this area looks a lot like the area in 4, where in the opening cutscene where Berlioz attacks those dudes.
Making the effort.
Just all destroyed.
Pass on this one. Next.
It's one of those helicopters.
You knew what that
Yeah,
was.
given the size of the AC, those things are actually somewhat feasible.
But your loyal servant told me to keep
They're
my
about as big as
so
those fucking tank-carrying
that's why you
helicopters.
didn't say anything? Who the hell does he think he is? I figured your star pilot was too good to bite the dust anyway.
But having more info might have improved our chances.
Wow, you really do give a damn. I'm touched. But that alone won't
Yeah, I
be
remember
yours.
you. These guys are weak to chemical energy, if I remember correctly. They also fucking, run at you and explode. Everyone's favorite fucking enemy type. Fuck off, dude. Oh, that didn't fucking work. At least these missions don't have time limits. That works, I guess. Where's the other one? Oh, salvage.
System
Sick.
scan mode. System scan mode.
I know there's a chemical energy Gatling gun, I believe. I don't remember when you get that. I think it might be salvage too.
So what's the plan, boss? We don't have any choice but to move in.
You should probably get a fucking CIWS to deal with those.
I knew you had it in you. But you condescending. Energy at 30%. Energy at 30%.
I'd rather deal with the ones that shoot at you.
System scan mode. System combat mode. System scan mode. System combat mode. System
Okay.
scan mode. System scan
Yeah,
mode.
okay, I think I got him. Wait. Fuck you. God, those things suck.
Well, Rosary, what do you think?
Nope, same as before.
RD, get the route to the next facility. We're just wasting our time here.
Hey, are you getting angry? You're cute when you're angry.
RD, the next route.
Okay, how many is that?
System
I'm gonna
combat
swap
mode.
this. Ah, shit. I'm gonna swap the howitzer out. It's not really doing it for me.
Main system.
Okay,
Activating combat
now,
mode.
can I not get attacked while I'm fucking... Thank you. Ah, there they are.
Do it by the book, guys.
I was wondering when they would
Just
show
like
up.
before. I think you're getting the hang of this, boss. Cut the chatter, Rosary.
I think these things are way more annoying in Verdict Day,
Okay. Happy hunting.
but they're still pretty annoying here too. I think it's the problem is there's way too many of them. Also, look at that giant-ass disorder unit. There's a lot of cool set-piece stuff in this game. Considering this came out, like, pretty close to, when fucking, Bloodborne was being worked on. Actually, right before Bloodborne, now that I think about it. Dark Souls 2 would have come out around the same time as this. I don't know, this does kind of remind me a bit of Dark Souls 2 in a way, although the production quality here is obviously much, much higher. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, not a fan of enemies that run towards you and fucking explode. It makes me feel like zombie things, where it's like you really only have one offensive option, or defensive option, which is to just backpedal and shoot at them. And that's not really a fun gameplay design. I think that's one of my biggest problems with this kind of enemy type, is that they're not really fun to fight. Obviously with the more complex movement mechanics for ground gameplay in this game, it's not just walk backwards, but it's still, you know, basically that. Why is there a fucking destroy fuel tanks objective? That's a bit odd. And no, I don't remember what challenges spawn the Zodiacs aside from, like, one challenge.
This is the last one, right, Rosary? Get ready to go down. Negatory. There's nothing here.
I see. So this was all a wild goose chase then. What do we do now?
I'll send you some new data. New route, guys.
What are you talking about?
Well, actually, there's one more facility that's very promising.
Is it those black hell spires in the distance that look like they were made by Satan?
We can't go there. Don't even think about it.
Let's go. We can't go home
I mean, look how evil that is!
Didn't you hear a word I
It also
said?
doesn't blend into the environment very well, but that's probably because it's lit differently.
Ouch. Ow.
They have an abusive relationship.
Okay, I'll go.
So he's the actual pilot, it seems, and she's just chilling in the back cockpit. Alright.
System. Scan mode. System. Combat mode.
Alright, yeah, I remember the mines not being particularly powerful, but you tend to run into them when backpedaling a lot. I'm not gonna waste ammo shooting them, though. I need a longer FCS. They consider this to be sniping range in this game. Shit. Yeah, I don't think you can really shoot those things down. Because they're not considered missiles as far as I remember. Shit. Stop doing that.
Energy at 30%. Left arm, ammo at 30%.
We'll be there momentarily. The enemy's here. No question about it. Scrap them all.
Stop it.
Energy depleted.
God, that's so annoying.
System.
I thought that was a fucking scavenger for a second. Ow. It's a bit misleading that they call, like, because everything is considered an AC in this game, at least from the game standpoint. So you blow up those things. I guess the idea is that they're irregular or something. I don't know. This does remind me of the tutorial area, or not the tutorial area, the test area in Daemon X Machina, where all the different turrets spawn. You can mess around seeing what's effective. This also, actually, I think it might be the same location from Verdict Day.
System.
Looks cool though, and evil. Oh.
System. Scan mode.
Over already? That was easier than I thought.
Yeah,
I put a lot of stock in that sixth sense of yours, but
easy.
We're going down, right? Let's make it quick.
what's the hurry?
Right. Is there a restock location here?
Does it look like you can open it?
I'm looking at it now. It seems like the opening mechanism is intact.
Are they talking about the facility or the fucking
Contamination
crates?
levels in the area are normal. If we can finish up quickly enough, we should.
It's too late.
What's that, RD?
It's time for a boss fight!
Get to the chopper now!
Unfortunately, a boss I can't punch and kill in one hit.
That thing will tear us to pieces if we try to fly out of here.
But it has like a fucking 10-second startup. Whatever.
Things are starting to get interesting.
I personally find this to be a more interesting boss than 90% of the Arms Force and fucking For Answer. Not just because of its design, but because it's an actual, like, fight with rules that you have to do. It's not just shoot it until it dies.
You heard all that, right?
It's also kind of annoying, but that's less important. It's using Kojima weapons, too.
It'll have to open its armor when it takes
It's a big old
shot.
Zelda
That's your
boss,
chance.
actually.
Hit it with everything you've got.
Energy at 30%.
Which is a little annoying.
Good. It's working. Keep it up.
Shoulder. Ammo at 30%.
Not good. There we go.
That's one tough SOB.
Don't get shot.
See damaged. Take evasive action.
Yeah, I know. I wish there were more buildings here to fucking jump off of. I feel like that would make it more interesting as a fight, because you'd have more of an ability to, you know, fight it. I mean, you can already only attack it when it's fucking,
Keep going. It may be big, but it's not invincible. Don't
we've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible.
Energy at 30%.
Wish I could take out those fucking missile shooters. It's got guns on the side of it, clearly, too, so you think it would use them?
We got one of its legs. Shoulder. Ammo depleted.
Ah, fuck you.
It stopped. I'm beat.
Yeah, it takes way more damage if you shoot legs that are, like, alternating, but whatever.
Don't you have anything to say to our boy here?
Did it say LLL when I took that out? Like the Myth and Roid song?
Monster down. I can't believe it. Is that the best you can do? Get ready to scram. I've already given it the once-over.
What could we possibly have gotten from this expenditure that was worth coming here? I'm probably sterile now.
Father, I mean. You can do it. Remember, there are people who believe in you.
Look at those fucking hellstorms. They're cool. They don't really make any sense, I think. Those wind patterns. Or I don't think you'd be able to see it like that.
Don't want to die, Rosie.
It looks like having multiple consecutive
Was
hurricanes.
fighting that thing. It's not like you to take risks like that.
But it's a lady's prerogative to change
You guys
her
know I
mind,
can
right?
hear you, right?
You just listen to Big Sister, and we'll be fine.
It's weird that there's
okay?
rain on the camera.
Yeah, right.
Why aren't we scavenging that thing? I guess we'd need a lot of people. It's also not actually as big as you think it is. It makes you think it's bigger because you're used to the ACs being larger, but remember, my AC is only like a story tall. Probably not even that. By that logic, that thing's as big as a relatively small building. I remember this mission. I think this is the first mission with a scavenger, which means it's going to suck. Understood. Seriously though, I fucking hate those things.
The situation had grown worse. Having gained Father's trust, the corporation had de facto control over the city and began installing strange weapons, despite the city police's objections.
Like the corporation was
immensely
ever
outnumbered
not in
resistance feared
control.
that these weapons presaged the arrival of a new and deadly force. The time had come to make a choice. It did not take long. And so the final battle began.
I feel like that's a bit
This
preemptive.
marine facility should be abandoned. The chances of someone intercepting our communications is low.
No, I'm gonna stop with that. I'll do it every time. Also, I can't make any high-pitched
Radio
noises right now,
transmissions to
but
the bare
whatever.
minimum. No idle chatter. Clear the tunnel to
I don't
come
think
out of
I've
the
spoken,
coastal
like my
sector.
character has
Make it
spoken
there.
this entire
We'll talk
time.
again. Either Father dies today, or we will.
Wait, is this all happening over the course of one day? Also, those fucking textures are just god-awful in the cutscenes. I don't know if that's because of pop-in or what. The helicopter looks fine, but the environmental textures are terrible. I guess that's how they get away with having so much detail for the rest of the environment, like model detail, because the textures are just like as bare minimum as possible to establish like the general look.
Activating combat mode.
There should be patrol units
You know, I
stationed
wanted a
inside the
fucking
tunnel, but that's not gonna change our
Armored
course.
Core
Destroy
and
any enemies
Crisis
we
Core
encounter.
crossover. You could title it Activating Combat Mode because both of those games have that as a reoccurring thing.
By the corporation.
It's almost the same fucking voice clip too. They sound like nearly identical. That's the line I think of whenever I think of fucking Crisis Core's combat, is fucking Zack running into the battle and it's going, activating combat mode. And then you fucking playing it, like, and it's constant, 'cause it's every single time you fucking get into an encounter. Although in that game, you can fucking, can I hit him through the wall? Nah. In, Crisis Core, you can skirt around the corners of rooms, because you can always tell where the fucking encounters are going to be. So if you skirt around them, you can go through the game without hitting any random, quote-unquote, random encounters. But then you'll also be a super low level and spend like fucking 4 hours fighting Sephiroth. I ended up just throwing death on my fucking weapon, so that anytime I fought an enemy that was like lower level than me, it would just instantly die.
Most of the coastal sector is submerged. Keep an eye on the terrain.
Yeah, how the Final Fantasy series treats death as a fucking stat is kind of stupid. In a lot of games, it'll just instantly kill things. In Kingdom Hearts, it puts whatever it gets used on at 1 health, although the only enemy you can use that is Sephiroth, so it doesn't really matter anyway. In Crisis Core, it instantly kills anything that's a lower level than it. And it's a projectile you have to run away from when Sephiroth casts it, and if it hits you, you instantly die. That fight sucks. It also has an unskippable 15-minute cutscene before it. Like how the Genesis one has an unskippable fucking 10-minute cutscene beforehand. Longer if you didn't save. If the fucking cutscenes could be skipped, I would have been so much less frustrated playing Crisis Core. I want to play Crisis Core on channel at some point. I was thinking about doing it a while ago. I'm still gonna do it because I want to do Final Fantasy Remake on the channel as well, especially since the new thing's coming out. I can't play Intergrade though because I don't have a PS5. So I was thinking to do it off the PSP for Crisis Core, but then like that's all the things like, oh, they're doing a remake of Crisis Core, just kick ass. Except every single person has been recast with the exception of Gact for some reason. And Zack's new voice actor is fucking terrible. I mean, yeah, he's okay as a person. Also, Scavengers. He's an okay, like, actor in general, but he does a terrible performance of Zack. Like, the fucking delivery on the lines is, like, completely contrary to what the character's supposed to be feeling at any given moment. Like, he comes off as cocky when he's supposed to be somber. Or, like, joking. It's like, it feels like he was given, like, a handful of clips from him and just been like, yeah, just do this the whole time with no real, fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Direction on, like, he didn't get the original voice direction that Rick Gomez had gotten. Also, Rick Gomez is a fucking awesome voice actor, and his performance of Zack is, like, my favorite Final Fantasy character. I mean, I like Steve Burton as Cloud because I like his weird, unplaceable accent. It's like almost a New York accent, but not really. But Steve Burton's an asshole, so he's not... That's the biggest problem the Scavengers have.
It'll stop after it charges. That's when you'll want to strike. Just keep calm. Don't shoot at random. Watch it closely.
Fuck. I got staggered trying to fucking hit it with my sword. Where'd it go? Ah. But yeah, they do that fucking dive attack that got later put onto every goddamn dragon in Dark Souls. You know the one. Shit, I need to get back up there. Nope, stop it. Don't do a side kick. I need to do... That is an annoyance I don't like about the kick system, is that it tends to throw you to the side more frequently than it does the jump. Because it expects you to kick off wall, kick off wall, kick off wall, it's like side to side to side, in order to fucking do it. But it never actually, like there's never actually that environment most of the time to do that.
System. Scan mode.
Yeah, this fight sucks.
System. Combat mode.
I want it to charge at me, but I don't want to get hit by it, because that charge can insta-kill you. It doesn't always. Come on, buddy. Did he use it? Fuck. I know this is not, like, compelling to watch, but I'm not fighting him on his terms. Maybe I should have kept that howitzer. Yeah, it wouldn't have had the reach anyway. There's such slow projectiles. Is he stuck? Yeah, the enemies do that wall kick thing too. It's weird. Shit. Can't remember if it's in an order mission or if it's in the, Damn it. I wish it was easier to predict the reload on this gun. There isn't really an animation for it. It just sort of happens. Fuck you, dude. Shit. I was trying to fucking do the other thing.
System. Scan mode. Energy at 30%. System. Combat mode.
Fuck off!
System. Scan mode.
Yeah, that's...
Scan mode.
God... I couldn't use my fucking sword.
System. Scan mode.
I do like the noise design, or the sound design on the fucking scavenger, though. Fucking that goddamn chart. Is it stuck? Shit. Get back over here, you fucking asshole.
Seat damaged. Take evasive action.
Bastard. Fucking hell.
Something else pants again. Main system.
I appreciate the game isn't punishing me for using those. It's just a negligible fee. And then,
System. Scan mode.
the, pretty much is a... Okay, let me jump up. Yeah, there's a bit of hit detection issues.
System.
Here comes another one.
We just got word from Bravo team. Enemy forces started Point B. They want us to clear.
Now do it with...
We don't have time. Destroy them as quickly as possible.
It's like it got stuck. Sick. Wish that happened the first... That's not really working. You know, this looks a lot like Griffin City, except destroyed. We are in Australia. Although I think AU in the currency is supposed to stand for gold, not
There's our star player for you.
whatever the currency is in Australia. The Australian dollar. I don't remember what the exchange rate is on that. I think Australian things cost more. And we'll destroy it so you don't realize this is actually the same location as the fucking first level. Or whatever. Where's the other thing? Get it. Oh, I know what it is. You can only play that fucking mission, the in media res one, on a completely fresh game. So no wonder I kept thinking like, well, why haven't I played it yet? It's because this profile's already been used. That's annoying. I don't like that as a fucking gameplay thing. That there's content that can only be fucking played on new game, and you can't fucking make you can't start like a new game without completely clearing the old one. Like deleting everything. Like, I don't know why FromSoft decided to do this for all of the fucking for the 5 series. It's weird.
Destroy them immediately.
It's a cool mission too, although it is kind of spoiler heavy. Motherfucker! They keep using cutscenes to run from me. I'll get them eventually. What? Who? Fuck you. But yeah, see, it's the same area of the train. There's so many of these fucking... Man. Those shoot pulse rounds, right? At At least it has a super wide-ass swing. Nope, that's not who I want to be fighting right now. What? There we go. Work that went into the enemy detail in this game. Like, they all have names and relatively unique designs, although a lot of them are just variations. Not as fucking bad as the Elden Ring problem, where every single thing was reused.
Eliminate all enemies in the area. You're
What?
running out of time.
Why? Yeah, fuck you. Stop shooting me. Damn it. Okay. Me missing is the part of the else. He's about to do that fucking counter hit. I hope I go the entire game without ever getting hit by that. This is probably the most cinematic game to ever fucking exist, though. The low camera angle and the fucking the goddamn cinematic effects on the lens, and just all the particles that make this game run at 15 frames a second. Nah, it's not that bad. Usually. It's actually running better than For Answer was, which is weird, because For Answer has, like, almost no detail in the game. Ha, fuck you. Yeah, hunting down those things in missions is relating to the Zodiac thing. Those things don't fight you, they just run away, and you have to chase them. They're kind of like the egg thieves in Spyro 3. They're super annoying, and I don't care for them. I think they're worse in Verdict Day, though, where there's one per level, but they're, like, absurdly difficult to fucking catch, and I think they leave if you don't kill them within a close enough time. They're kind of like crystal lizards, actually. So they don't give you anything when you blow them up, aside from the challenge completion. I wouldn't care about that, except those are relating to a different thing. What? But yeah, I would call this game busy in terms of its design.
Damaged. Take evasive action.
Fuck me! He's a lot tougher than the fucking other ones, huh?